this video, I'll be addressing how Kingdom Hearts 2's gameplay, an interesting demographic, are two aspects of it that make the game a fun experience for experienced players and newcomers alike. Kingdom Hearts 2 is an action JRPG, part of the Kingdom Hearts series, which has garnered a loyal following since the first game's release in 2002 by Square Enix. The game follows Sora, the chosen wielder of the weapon called the Keyblade, in his quest to find his friend and defeat the evil Organization 13. Kingdom Hearts has been able to target a large range of different age and experienced players. It first does this through the integration of both Disney and Final Fantasy characters into the story. The Disney characters make it accessible to young players, which I have first-hand experience with, as my mom actually bought the game when it released solely based on the fact that there were Disney characters on the cover. On the other hand, the Disney and Final Fantasy characters give a sense of nostalgia to older players, as they can once again experience the stories of Disney and fight alongside heroes from their youth. The game is also able to do this through its difficulty level. The original game comes with 3 difficulties: beginner, standard, and hard. The final mix version added one more with the critical difficulty. A more experienced player would easily breeze right through the beginner difficulty and probably even the standard, but the hard and critical difficulties offer a greater challenge with less health and stronger enemies. And while you can grind Sora to his max level of 99, if you go into fights at around the intended level, they often present a challenge. Through leveling up, the player is truly able to feel that they are improving as you gain more abilities and the combos get flashier. Starting the game, you begin as Roxas with a basic 3-move combo, which is reminiscent of Sora's fighting style in the previous game. After switching to Sora, the attack movements are faster and more stylized, and even right after the switch. This is accompanied by a wider range of abilities and new magic and special forms, the drive forms. As the game progresses, the combos get longer and more acrobatic, portraying Sora's growth. Seeing Sora visibly improving in a large way gives the player a sense of satisfaction, as they can easily see where their hard work has gone every time they fight. While it is possible to get through the lower difficulties by essentially hacking your way through enemies, the higher difficulties require some thought towards how to approach different opponents. It is necessary to implement drive forms, magic, and sometimes summons. Drive forms are a welcome addition to Kingdom Hearts from the previous game, as they are able to offer a variety of new moves and attacks that help keep the gameplay fresh and interesting, from shooting enemies and using magic and wisdom form, to the seemingly endless and over-the-top combos of final form. However, the game doesn't teach these skills very well, with only adding a short description of each within the main menu rather than teaching you in-game. It also doesn't force you to use these skills until you're about halfway through, where you are pretty severely punished in a boss fight if you haven't been regularly using these skills throughout the game already, such as magic. This could be fixed by requiring you to use magic in the first half of the game as well, rather than just suddenly having you need it at the halfway point. Kingdom Hearts 2 also makes heavy use of reaction commands, using the triangle button, which has been a sore point for many fans as it takes control away from the player as you enter a cinematic sequence. The game has consequently received the tagline, "Press triangle to win," by fans, as the overabundant use of reaction commands can make the player feel like even though they are working hard to level up, it isn't always needed. Of course, using a few of these throughout the game would be fine, and would even offer a change of pace time to time, but they're used in just about every boss fight and can be also used against some smaller enemies. For the most part, Kingdom Hearts 2 offers a gaming experience to all ages that is fun and playful, in which the player can be immersed into the game through the cinematic gameplay. The game series itself has offered fans a unique experience that keeps them waiting in anticipation for the next installment 15 years after the initial release.